Magnus Carlsen vs. Hikaru Nakamura Freestyle Chess Grand Slam 2025. Welcome to this intense battle between Magnus Carlsen and Hikaru Nakamura in the Freestyle Chess Grand Slam Tour. Let's dive straight into the action. Carlsen, playing with the white pieces, begins with pawn to d4, taking control of the center. Nakamura responds symmetrically with pawn to d5. But now, an unusual move from Carlsen, pawn to f3. This is a rare choice, immediately reinforcing the center but slightly weakening the king's safety. Nakamura wastes no time and develops actively with bishop to b5, targeting white's setup. Carlsen challenges the bishop immediately with pawn to a4. Nakamura retreats but keeps the pressure alive with bishop to a6. White develops his knight with knight to f2, preparing future control of the e4 square, and Nakamura continues with knight to g6, aiming to reposition the knight aggressively. Now Carlsen's knight jumps to knight to d3, hitting the bishop. Nakamura exchanges without hesitation. Bishop takes knight on d3, and white captures back with rook takes d3. Nakamura pushes in the center with pawn to e5, staking his claim. Carlsen calmly responds with pawn to e3, reinforcing his structure. Black continues with knight to f6, completing development. Now, Carlsen plays rook to b3, an interesting choice, possibly looking to attack on the queen side. Nakamura takes a moment and plays pawn to a6, securing his bishop and waiting for white's plans. And here comes a sharp move from Carlsen, pawn to g4. He is going for the kingside attack right away, but Nakamura doesn't back down and counters in the center with pawn to c5, trying to open lines for his pieces. Carlsen captures in the center with pawn takes c5, and Nakamura immediately responds with queen takes c5. Both players are playing dynamically, and the position is heating up. White develops a knight with knight to e2, keeping his pieces flexible. Nakamura continues with bishop to d6, but this is slightly inaccurate. Instead, he could have played king to a7 to secure his king. Carlsen takes advantage and plays knight to g3, eyeing key squares. Nakamura repositions with knight to e7, trying to stabilize his structure. Now, white brings another piece into the attack, rook to c3, targeting the queen. Nakamura steps back with queen to a7, keeping an eye on the position. Carlsen pushes forward with pawn to a5, cramping black's queenside. Nakamura reacts by bringing his bishop to b4, pinning white's rook, but Carlsen calmly moves the rook to b3, maintaining the pressure. Nakamura makes a bold decision. Bishop takes knight on e1. White recaptures with queen takes bishop on e1. Now, Nakamura plays knight to c6, but this allows white to increase the attack. Instead, queen to c5 was a more accurate defense. Carlsen keeps up the momentum and plays pawn to g5, but this is slightly inaccurate. A better move was knight to f5, pressuring black's position even more. Nakamura replies with knight to d7, aiming to reorganize his pieces. Now, white develops his light square bishop with bishop to h3, eyeing the king's position. Nakamura plays queen to c5, centralizing his queen. Carlsen plays knight to h5, looking to invade black's position, but Nakamura calmly drops back with queen to f8, solidifying his defenses. Carlsen continues his attack with pawn to f4, gaining space. Nakamura jumps forward with knight to c5, activating his knight. White's rook moves aggressively with rook to b6, attacking black's structure. Nakamura plays king to a7, getting his king to safety. Now, Carlsen strikes in the center with pawn takes e5, and black quickly captures back with knight takes e5. Carlsen now plays queen to b4, hitting the knight and aiming for a kingside attack. Nakamura defends with rook to b8, securing the file. Now, white plays knight takes pawn on g7, grabbing material. Nakamura responds with knight to c6, counter-attacking. Carlsen calmly plays queen to a3, staying active. Nakamura takes the initiative with pawn to d4, trying to break open white's structure. Carlsen captures with pawn takes d4, and black follows up with rook takes d4, activating the rook. Now, Carlsen plays knight to f5, bringing another piece into the attack. Nakamura miscalculates and plays rook to a4, but this is a mistake. Instead, rook to d5 was a stronger defensive resource. Carlsen takes advantage and plays queen to g3, increasing the pressure. Nakamura captures with rook takes a1, and white recaptures with king takes a1. Now, Nakamura blunders with queen to d8. Instead, he should have played knight takes a5 to stay in the game. Carlsen plays queen to g1, Keeping full control, Nakamura tries queen to d5, hoping to exchange queens, but Carlsen isn't interested. White pushes forward with pawn to b4, and Nakamura tries queen to e5+, but White calmly moves the king to a2. Now, Nakamura plays rook to c8, but Carlsen takes control with pawn takes c5. The attack is becoming unstoppable. Nakamura plays queen to c3, but White responds with rook to b3, blocking the attack. Black captures with queen takes c2, but White plays king to a3, and suddenly, Black is in deep trouble. Nakamura plays knight takes a5, but Carlsen strikes with pawn to c6+. The king moves to king to b8, and now White keeps up the pressure with queen to g3+. Black defends with rook to c7, but Carlsen plays rook to c3, cutting off the queen's escape. Now, Nakamura plays queen to b1, but this is a huge blunder. Instead, queen to d1 was necessary. Carlsen responds with knight to d4, completely dominating the position. Nakamura desperately pushes with pawn to b6, but Carlsen keeps up the attack with queen to d6. Nakamura plays queen to a1+, but Carlsen dodges with king to b4. Nakamura now tries knight to b7, but Carlsen delivers the final blow with queen to f8+. The king moves to king to a7, and now White plays knight to b5+, forcing checkmate. Magnus Carlsen wins the game in stunning style. An incredible attacking display by Carlsen, showing deep calculation and precision. Nakamura put up a strong fight, but in the end, Carlsen's aggressive strategy paid off. If you enjoyed this game, don't forget to like and subscribe for more exciting chess content. See you in the next one.